Okay, so we have built into our robot this ultrasonic distance sensor. Yeah, so this is quite cute, isn't it? It's got little eyeballs, and we're going to mount it just about here, so that when the robot moves towards things, it can sense how far away those things are and take appropriate action. So at the moment, it just stops. But what we're going to have is so that when it hits it, or when it comes close to something, it maybe reverses and turns right and carries on, or turns left. Or maybe it takes a photograph of the object and identifies it and then does a Wikipedia search so that it can tell you about it. So it might walk up to bananas, for example, stop, take a photograph of them and say, I can see bananas, bananas have grown on the west coast of Africa or whatever. Okay, so that's the idea. So I'm just going to demonstrate that actually in action now. So we've got it currently so that, as I say, when you reach a distance of 10 centimeters from it, it will stop the motors from running. So if I just put the motors into forward, now I move towards it and it'll stop. There it is, it's stopping as we get too close. That's it. So that's it. Using the distance sensor to stop the robot as it gets too close. So notionally, of course, you could put distance sensors into the sides as well and all that sort of stuff. So, but we're just going to do one in the front. And this will enable the robot to walk around the room, stop, turn right, turn left, identify objects, do image searches and things, and all sorts of cool fun stuff. So that is the idea of our little ultrasonic sensor. And just in case it's of interest, the way that it works is that one of these transmits a little blip, like a sonar blip, and the other one receives it. And so you have a trigger pin and an echo pin in there, and of course then some current and a ground. And we've got a little breadboard in the back of there with a little some very simple wiring in it, and that just kind of splits the voltage because it's slightly lower voltage than the output from the Raspberry Pi. So that just reduces the voltage to it. And basically what it does is it sends a little blip of sound. It then receives that little blip back again. When it receives that blip back again, we calculate the distance by taking the time, multiplying it by the speed of sound and dividing by 2 because it goes there and back, so we just want the distance to there. And that gives us our distance in centimetres. And at that point we just do an if the distance is less than on it, and that deals with the thing. And we check that on a loop every time that every quarter of a second we're checking it. And then we stop the motors from going forwards if that is less than 10 centimetres. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully fun.